Hello and good evening there, America. It is Taylor from the PR and the Pig Racing Network, and we welcome you once again to Old Spice High Endurance Speedway, where today the Whelen modified late model drivers are going to be racing in this speedway. This is the non-sponsored Old Spice 250 race, and today the points format is definitely going to shake things up in this race, ladies and gentlemen, where Sean Billman last week won the race and is now in front of everybody by 5 points. Let's see what's going to happen in this race with these cars being so aggressive. On the pole, ladies and gentlemen, is none other than the number 51 of Marco Monroe. That would really help his chances on the points if he were to finish high. Excuse me. He starts next to Jordan Forbes on the outside pole. Ryan Billman will start the second row next to the number 36 of Matt Deal. Bob Ross will start next to Thomas Bala, who's second in the points. JJ Hoferberg will start next to Tony Regmanson. Ben Crouch will start next to Connor Patrick. Luke Bergowski will start next to our points leader, Sean Billman. Miles Mashburn, third in the points, will start next to J.R. Britton. James Bowles will start next to Kyler Boggs. Coy Ossiter will start next to Satoshi Nakamoto. Corbin Forster, who's dead last in the points, will start next to Kamikaze Games, who's 13th in the points. Michael Kitzel will start next to Dan Smith. And starting dead last once again is the number 7 of Hachu Kachu. Kachu not having a great season at all, and it's not getting any better with these kinds of starts. I've said early in this race that Sean Billman's our points leader, and Thomas Bala is in second with only 5 points behind. Miles Mashburn's third with only 6 points behind, and Marco Monroe in 9 points behind, and Hoferberg 11 points behind. The base car rolls off, and the drivers that need to have good finishes are the ones that are on the bottom of the points list. But if we were to see it from here, the person that would have the best advantage to the points would possibly be our pole sitter of Monroe, who is in the top 10 in points as of right now. He would love to get himself a victory and put him up in the points, especially because if he were to finish high in this race, he would definitely be in the points lead if Sean Billman, Thomas Bala, and Miles Mashburn were to not finish so hot. But 30 action-packed laps in this race, ladies and gentlemen. We've seen it here before that anything could happen in this race, in this series. We've had 3 amazing races so far this season, and we're coming to our 4th, ladies and gentlemen. Green flag is about to be waving in this race, and Marco Monroe is going to take this American Ethanol green flag. And the green flag is waving, ladies and gentlemen. They are off and running. Jordan Forbes with a lot of speed. Not gonna make it a very, very easy battle for Marco Monroe to easily get back his lead. And Matt Deal will take second. And these cars are battling everywhere in the back here. Cars are going everywhere in this track. There's 3 wide battle here that you're seeing right now, including our points leader of Sean Billman. Battles and battles and battles and battles. Where to begin with the battles? Let's go for this battle at third with Matt Deal and Bob Ross and Ryan Billman. Or is that Ryan Billman? Yeah, that's Ryan Billman. Coming through this first turn. Jordan Forbes is going to lead the first lap. This battle for third is heating up. Look at Ryan Billman try to take fourth. Cars are going everywhere, and Bob Ross is trying to take the third position away from Matt Deal. Matt Deal has a faster car, but Bob Ross tries to side draft. But he keeps forgetting this thing, the super speedway. That doesn't work, and I don't even think that really works in this game at all. JJ Hoferberg trying to make a move on Connor Patrick, who's in the top 10 for like the 10th time this season, but is not finished in the top 10. As Connor Patrick is not looking too hot in the points. He's only 19th in the points. And I'm on Luke Bergowski when I'm talking about Connor. There he is. Wow. Old Spice has been producing some really fast-paced action. He hits me every time. His car lights are still off. Dead last goes to Dan Smith. Second to dead last would be Kamikaze Games. And Kachu is starting to move up the ranks here. He is 19th on the fastest lap. Fastest lap goes to number 75, Jordan Phillips. The top 10 is pretty split out. And we got a battle here. Holy God, Kyler Boggs shot up high. Miles Mashburn here trying to pull up some better positions at this point. And now that I keep looking at these you know, things, I'm gonna go on board with Corbett Forster here, and I think I know what James Bowles' preference for women is. Oh, I think I could go in here to give it a better view here. Maybe if Corbett Forster could go just a tad bit faster. I think he'll be a little bit faster here, so you can see James Bowles' preference for chicks. Oh, and somebody spun out, and that's Ben Crouch. You know, I could say that was kind of perfect timing. So Ben Crouch gets spun out by the rookie of J.R. Britton. It kind of wasn't JR's fault. Ben Crouch just kind of went low on him. In any case, the caution is going to come out here, but they have to get done with this lap here. And Jordan Forbes has it, but Marco Monroe, our pole setter, is right there trying to take it back. Matt Deal will probably come third, but I'm not going to go through the lineup just quite yet. First caution of today, and it's for Ben Crouch getting spun out by the rookie of J.R. Britton. And they come to this right now, and we're going to go to the pace car. We're going to go rear chase, and just like what we've been doing the last few weeks, we're going to speed things up a little bit. Pit stop should not really happen in this race at all unless we have a lot of cautions, and then these cars need to go down and splash. I think the only drivers that will necessarily go down pit road. No, never mind. I thought Ben Crouch was going to go down because he has some damage, but I think he's going to be fine. Pace car lights are not off at this time. Okay, now they are. I guess they were just a little bit. Okay. Through the field, we got Jordan Forbes in first, Marco Monroe in the second, Matt Deal in third, Bob Ross in fourth, Ryan Billman in fifth, and top five ends there. Tony Reglinton in sixth, Thomas Bala in seventh, Connor Patrick in eighth, Luke Berkowski in ninth, JJ Hofer-Burr in 10th, J.R. Britton in 11th, Sean Billman, our points leader, in 12th, Corey Ossiter in 13th, Ben Crouch in 14th, Miles Bashburn in 15th, Kyler Boggs in 16th, James Bowles, the no-fat shit, whatever, 17th, Corbett Forster in 18th, Satoshi Nakamoto in 19th, Kanto in 20th, Kachu in 21st, Dan Smith in 22nd, and last place is the number 65 of Kamikaze Games. So we are about to go green flag once again. Jordan Forbes would love to win this race because that would definitely help him in the points a lot, but the green flag is going to be waving. Marco Monroe was really in a rush to get that green flag going and gave Jordan Forbes a lot of a boost there. That only affects Jordan Forbes. Moves are being made everywhere on this track right now. Jordan Forbes has pulled away quite a bit. 3-wide battle I see about to form. Bob Ross trying to make it a 3-wide battle for second. But Bob Ross can only take third if he wanted to. I do see I was seeing a 3-wide battle for a second. And Marco Monroe does lose a lot of ground to our leader of Jordan Forbes. Oh my, there's an actual 3-wide battle right here. Or it was. Every time I say 3-wide, it turns into a 2-wide. Sean Billman, our points leader, goes down pit road. That is not gonna help him at all. Oh boy, Sean Billman. So Sean Billman's gonna go to pit road. He's just gonna enter it, and then he's going to just take the tires and all that. So if anything like pit stops were to happen, I say were to because, you know, they're probably not going to happen unless we have, you know, cautions every lap or two. Sean Billman is not going to be looking too hot after the race. J.R. Britton knows how to race. He just accidentally spun out Ben Crouch, but I don't think that really affected Ben Crouch as he is just 2 positions behind JR. It really didn't affect Ben Crouch a lot as he's right here in the 12th position. JR is in 10th and now he's battling for 9th from Luke Burgowski, our Iowa winner. Now I'm surprised after how long I've recorded these races I can still remember who wins these races. Marco Monroe trying to get Jordan Forbes to surrender the lead. Jordan Forbes with a 49.8. Marco Monroe just a tad bit slower. Bob Ross in 4th. He's really trying to help out his points a lot. And now at this rate, Thomas Balla would be first in the points if he were to finish high. As Thomas Balla is the highest out of him and Sean Billman, and Sean Billman went down pit road, so he would not gain that many points. Pretty much he would just gain 1. Unless a caution were to come out and bunch up the field. There's Sean Billman, he's right there, but Kamikaze Games is the second to last car. Jordan Forbes had a pretty faster lap that time, but not by much. So I guess while we have 3 laps until we hit the halfway mark of this race, we're going to take it on board with the famous painter of Bob Ross, and we are going to do a quick crank it up. So Jordan Forbes has been your leader ever since the green flag dropped. Marco Monroe has been there to try and pass it for the lead, but it just hasn't been working. Kamikaze Games still in last place, battling with Katchu. Just a lot of these drivers need to have a better finish every race, including Katchu. Kamikaze Games is feeling the worst of it right now. But we are halfway done. And at this point, we could be seeing different drivers for each race win the race. So Jordan Forbes is leading, and he had a faster lap than Monroe yet again. I don't know if Deal was faster than those two. I know he was. I don't know. Sean Billman is definitely not going to be the have the greatest amount of points after this. He'd probably still be in the top 10, that's for sure. But all I know is that right now, Thomas Bala would probably be your points leader, I will assume at least. So he is pretty high up there. He's in 7th, so he would gain about 18 points, I think. I think it's 18, if not 19 or 17. I don't know. Yeah, 17. Battle for 3rd between Matt Deal and Bob Ross. Bob Ross being up in the field for quite a time. Wow, he shoved Matt to the bottom of the track. That really helped Matt a lot. Thomas Bala in danger of losing 7th, and Carter Patrick could pass him. Remember, in this series, the only time pit stops will happen is in caution laps. But this time they really didn't do pit stops because it was early in the race. Why would anybody want to go in the pits anyway? Top 10 pretty clumped together. I say pretty because from 9th to 10th it's a little farther away than 9th through 8th, and it's the same thing around for all the other track, or the same way around for the 1st and 2nd. Carter Patrick still trying to battle his way up towards the front of the field. Jordan Forbes has been leading ever since the green flag, so he probably won't last too long. Let's go on board with JR here. He tries to get towards the 88 of Carter Patrick and tries to take his position away. He is a rookie, so he's the least experienced driver out of all these drivers. Some of these drivers, I believe, work quad time with the Twisted Tea, Piston Cup, and the IndyCar Series. Luke Berkowski being one of them. That's the main one. Luke Berkowski is one of them. About to enter lap 21 in this race. You can see that these battles are just starting to shape up. Marco Monroe can easily get to Jordan Forbes, but he just can't reach him. Jordan Forbes hasn't been having the best of weeks either, but he would like a win here to put him up into the point standings. Jordan Forbes has a lot of ground that he just gained from that turn. Next week, I am trying to make it work, but next week we are going to USA International Speedway, which is a track that even I don't know what it looks like. what I'll probably end up doing is I'll probably trade off one random track in favor of a fictional super speedway track. That's what I'm planning on doing. I think I have Freeway Super Speedway and Tennessee Super Speedway on here somewhere. But in any case, you can see the battle for first here from the point of view of third place car of Matt Deal. Let me look at the schedule here. Okay. Alright. So after USA International Speedway, we go to Bristol. That'll be a fun track. Probably a lot of wrecks will happen because if you've seen the Piston Cup at the Twisted T-Truck Series race from Bristol, oh, they like to wreck. Oh, they love to wreck. But granted, we do have less cars than everybody else, so it probably won't happen too much, but I don't know. Marco Monroe has speed in the straightaways, but doesn't have the speed in the corners. We have 7 laps to go in this race, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, anything could happen in this series. If caution were to come out, good lord, would it be a green-white checker to the finish. Or at least close to a green-white checkered. The Super Speedway package is really good for this season, and the Speedway package is pretty decent. So we're about to enter lap 25 at this race, ladies and gentlemen. These races are the shortest race of all the PRN racing series. Jordan Forbes still holds the ground for first place, and Marco Monroe is starting to burst his way up towards the front. But every time he gets so close, he starts losing ground. The top 10 has really stayed the same throughout the entirety of the race, and then 10th through 11th has the farthest ground. Getting closer and closer to the end of this race, ladies and gentlemen. Jordan Forbes and Marco Monroe battling it out for first, but Marco Monroe just can't seem to get it. We've got 5 to go. We've seen a photo finish on the Piston Cup series because of something like this happening. Did we see a photo finish for this? It could potentially happen. Marco Monroe loses a lot of ground on that one. Jordan Forbes has a lot more room to work with now. 4 to go. And Jordan Forbes has been leading all of the laps, so he's been the dominating person in this race. Will he be the winner? I have no idea. Marco Monroe still trying to track him down, so is Matt Deal, but I don't know if it'll be enough. If Jordan Forbes and Marco Monroe are watching this, those two are possibly on the edge of their seats right now. Edge of their beds, edge of their seats, edge of their something. Ooh, this is the closest that Marco Monroe has been. This is the closest he's been for the past several laps. He's on the bumper of the 75 car. There's 3 to go in this race, ladies and gentlemen. Marco Monroe is definitely caught up to the 75 car. He's definitely got the faster lap than Forbes does. Got 2 to go in this race. Marco Monroe loses a lot of ground on that one. Jordan makes one more mistake and it could potentially cost him the race. 2 to go, ladies and gentlemen. It's starting to heat up in this area, ladies and gentlemen. Can the Dominator win this race, or can the Dominator be dominated? Or out-dominated. There we go. I don't know. One more opportunity for Marco Monroe, ladies and gentlemen. One more opportunity. White flag sponsored by Credit One National Bank. One more opportunity for this 75 team to get his first victory and a high position in the points. But also one more opportunity for Marco Monroe to get his win as well. Bob Ross gets a little loose as well. He almost shot into the wall. Come down this turn for the final time. Marco Monroe tries the high side. It doesn't work. Marco Monroe can't catch him now. Marco Monroe now doesn't have much of anywhere to go to get up to that 75 car. That 75 car, Jordan Forbes, is too fast for that 52 car. Jordan Forbes, ladies and gentlemen. No, it's 51. Yeah. The number 75 of Jordan Forbes will take the turn one last time, and Jordan Forbes will dominate at Old Spice. Jordan Forbes dominates this race, and Michael Canto blows an engine. So, yeah. Jordan Forbes dominates the race and wins it near your official standings. Wow, what a race. It was pretty heated for the final positions, but it was Jordan Forbes who took that victory. So next week we go to USA International, which will probably be a good race. Probably, I don't know. Unless I can't get the track to load, and then it'll probably be a random replacement track. I don't know. But thank you all so much for watching. This is Taylor from the PR on the Pig Racing Network, and we congratulate Jordan Forbes on that victory. We will see you next week, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good one, everybody.